The word Zwischenzug is German. It literally means in-between move. In English, you'll also hear it called an intermezzo. Zwischenzug is not about calculating deeper. It's about refusing to play the move your opponent expects. Many chess terms use German names because modern chess theory was shaped in German-speaking Europe, and the names stuck. The idea is simple. Instead of recapturing right away, you play a forcing move first, usually a check, sometimes a threat, that changes the order of the moves. Let's start with the most obvious kind of Zwischenzug, one with check. Let's start with the simplest example. This position is completely equal. No one is better. Nothing is hanging. White decides to simplify and plays queen takes queen, aiming for a clean exchange. At first glance, this looks harmless. If black simply recaptures the queen with the pawn, the game remains equal. Nothing changes. But black is Zwischenzug aware. Instead of recapturing immediately, black plays bishop takes f3 with check, an in-between move. This check is forcing. The king cannot ignore it. White also cannot capture the bishop, so white is forced to block the check with the bishop. Only after this forced response does black recapture the queen. And now the point becomes clear. Because of the Zwischenzug, black saved the attacking bishop, won material, and turned an equal position into a winning one. This is why the engine evaluation drops so sharply. The lesson is simple but critical. Before you recapture automatically, always look for forcing moves first. This is the most basic form of Zwischenzug, and everything else in this video builds on it. All right, puzzle 2. Another simple one, but the idea is different. White plays knight to d6. White thinks this is smart. The plan is to start an exchange. If black captures the knight, white wants to follow up by capturing the bishop that the queen is currently protecting. So white is basically saying, I'm going to trade and weaken your defense. But the moment the knight goes to d6, the engine evaluation drops. Why? Pause the video and think about it, because black is Zwischenzug aware. Black does not capture the knight right away. First, black plays bishop to e3 with check, an in-between move. That check is forcing. The king must respond. White can't continue the exchange plan because the king is in check. Only after the king moves, black plays queen takes d6, winning the knight for free. And now the whole clean exchange idea collapses. The lesson here is huge. Whenever you think you're forcing an exchange, don't assume your opponent has to cooperate. Always look for Zwischenzug, especially checks, before you continue the trade. Now puzzle 3. This one is a little more complex than the first two. White plays pawn to b3, and white thinks this is clever. The idea is, I'm going to grab a free pawn, and next I'm going to attack the queen with tempo. White is also planning an exchange because the queen is exposed, and the rook and queen are lining up. Pause the video here and ask, what would you play as black? Zwischenzug aware does not react passively. Black plays queen to a5 first. This is the key. Instead of worrying about the pawn immediately, black creates a stronger threat. The queen attacks the rook on e1, and suddenly the rook and bishop are both under pressure. White tries to solve it with bishop to d2, defending the rook and also attacking the queen. But now comes the in-between move. Black plays pawn, takes d3. This is not just a capture, it is a capture with tempo, because it also attacks the white queen. Now white's plan collapses. White thinks, fine, I'll just take the queen, and plays bishop takes a5. But black has the final Zwischenzug. Black plays pawn takes c2, and now the white queen is hit, and black wins decisive material. So the big lesson in this puzzle is, Zwischenzug is not only checks. Sometimes it's a move that creates a stronger threat first, a tempo move, that changes the entire exchange sequence. Whenever you see a free pawn and a simple exchange, pause and ask, what forcing move does my opponent have first? All right, here's the starting position. According to the engine, this position is completely equal. No one is better. White now thinks they've found something clever. White wants an exchange, a rook for material, and plays knight to b5. At first glance, this looks strong. If black simply captures the knight, white gets an equal exchange plus a pawn. So why does the engine suddenly hate this move? Pause the video and think about it. Because of intermezzo. Instead of recapturing the knight right away, black plays rook takes bishop on a6 first. This changes everything. Now after knight takes c3, the white knight forks both black rooks. Suddenly white's clean exchange has completely fallen apart, but the real Zwischenzug is still coming. Take a close look at the position now. What would you play as black? Yes, exactly. First, rook takes pawn on h4. Check. This check is forcing. The king has no choice but to move. Only after that does black calmly move the rook to safety, and now the position is simply winning. This is a perfect example of why Zwischenzug is so dangerous. It's not always about checks right away. Sometimes it's about inserting one move that completely changes the order of everything. All right, puzzle 5. Take a look at this position. Black has just played knight takes e5, and black is offering a queen exchange. The idea is simple. Trade queens and equalize the pawn structure. Looks reasonable, right? But this move is a blunder. Why? Pause the video here and think about it. Here's the key. Instead of immediately trading queens, white plays knight takes c6, capturing the bishop first. Now black does what they expected all along, queen takes queen. And this is where most players stop calculating. White does not recapture the queen. Instead, white plays knight takes a7 pawn. Check. This is the Zwischenzug. The check is forcing. The king has to move. After the king steps away, but now white plays knight takes e2, and the queen is gone. Even more importantly, the knight is protected so the king cannot capture it. What looked like a harmless queen exchange turns into a decisive material win. The lesson here is critical. When your opponent offers a queen trade, don't assume the sequence is forced. Always look for Zwischenzug, especially checks, before you recapture. White plays queen takes pawn on d4, and this is a blunder. Here's why. Black responds with knight to b3, forking the queen and the rook. That looks crushing. But white finds a resource. White plays queen to d5, eyeing the rook on a6 and hoping for an equal rook trade. But now comes the Zwischenzug. Black doesn't trade rooks. Black plays queen to c5. Check. This move is brutal. It forks the king and the queen and forces a queen trade. White has no choice. Queen takes queen. And only now does black play bishop takes the white queen. Check. The king is forced to move. With the king displaced, black calmly takes the rook on a1 for free. This is the danger of forced queen exchanges. They're only forced if you don't look for Zwischenzug. For the final puzzle, we're going to something special. This is not a tactic from a blitz game. This is an endgame study. The position comes from Alexey Alexeyevich Troitsky, one of the greatest endgame composers in chess history. Troitsky wasn't interested in tricks. He was interested in truth on the chessboard. Perfect play, perfect timing. And yes, even here, the entire position hinges on a Zwischenzug. Take a deep breath, pause the video, and try to find the in-between move that decides everything. Zwischenzug isn't a trick. It's a habit. Once you stop recapturing automatically and start looking for forcing moves, your chess improves immediately. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to Timur's Tactics. There's a lot more coming.